Here the objective here we set for MATLAB demonstration is MATLAB program to perform the convolution. First of all, the two signals are specified as x1 of t and x2 of t. x1 of t is given as t square minus 2t, whereas x2 of t is equal to t. So we have to make the use of Laplace transformation. And the another task we have splitted it into the part 2 is MATLAB program to perform the deconvolution over the result that we obtain for the convolution step for the purpose to extract the original two signals x1 of t and x2 of t. So of course for both of these tasks we shall be making the use of forward as well as the inverse Laplace transformation. So for the same, let us switch to the MATLAB environment and write the MATLAB scripting to generate the results here. So as we have been specified the program statement, in that program statement we have been provided the x1 of t and x2 of t, the two signals over which the operations can be performed. We have to generate them as well. We require the time variable. The time variable we usually denote it by t here. So moving forward, as we require the symbolic notations here, I just start with sims the variable t and I want to make it a real here. So here I just go for x1 of t, and for x1 of t I just assign t, that is squared here, minus within the pair of parentheses twice of t. So twice of t, the multiplication operation represented by asterisk sign here, and x2 of t. So this is the variable we generate where we provide t directly as specified into the program statement here. So these are the two signals, signal 1 and signal 2, x1 of t, x2 of t. So now as we have to work out into the Laplace domain with the help of Laplace forward transformation here, the variables to hold the transformation of the original signals into the Laplace domain here we create. So for Laplace domain we generally denote it by S domain. So I just mentioned the first variable x1s here. So x1s can be computed by the command that is Laplace simply, and the input to this Laplace will be x1s here, x1t here. So x1t is the time domain representation of the first signal to be operated here. In the similar fashion, x2s can be obtained by having the forward Laplace transformation over the second time domain representation of this signal to be operated here, that is x2t here. Now as we have to first of all perform the convolution operation, but we have transformed from time domain to the S domain, we better know that whatever the convolution operation into the time domain it is there, in the transform domain it is nothing but the product or the multiplication of the two representations here. Whereas in the reverse way also we can go for whatever the multiplication into the time domain is nothing but the convolution into the transform domain. So to carry out the convolution we have to make multiplication here, as we are now working into the transform domain with the help of forward Laplace transformations here. So the result of convolution that into the Laplace or the transform domain we can hold with the help of variable x3s here. So to obtain x3s we can make the multiplication of x1s with x2s here. So for multiplication, the asterisk operation we have denoted in between the two transformed versions here. Now after that, whatever the convolution we have to hold, so for that purpose we have to get back to the time domain here. So for that purpose I just mentioned the convolution of first and second signal. I just name it the variable con12 here. So it will be the inverse Laplace transformation of the result that we have obtained by multiplication of the two transformed versions here. So for inverse Laplace transformation, I Laplace is the MATLAB command here, and the input we provide x3s as from the above step that has been computed here. Now we can have a display here, so onto the command prompt we can write it. This is the convolution of x1 of t and x2 of t. So in the sentence we can write the convolution of x1 of t and x2 of t is, and the result can be given by simplify the variable that we have computed into the time domain, that is con12 here. So this will give us the convolution result here. Now the latter part is of deconvolution here. So for convolution also, the pair of forward and inverse Laplace transformation we have made used here. Now further, the deconvolution can be obtained here. So for deconvolved version here, we generate the variables decon underscore x2, or first of all the first variable x1s here. So this can be obtained by simply having the x3s, that is the multiplication of the transform versions, divided by the another signal x1s here. In the similar fashion, decon underscore x1t, that is the time domain representation, can be obtained by having the inverse transformation. So I just mentioned I Laplace, and the input can be the variable that just now we have computed here in the above step here. So this is decon underscore x1s here. Now here we can have display. Onto the command prompt we can write the signal x1 of t, that is obtained by deconvolution. And that signal can be displayed by just simplify decon underscore x1t here. Now the another signal to be extracted by the deconvolution, that step we go for decon underscore x2s here. So it can be obtained by x3s divided by x2s. In the transformed domain we have made the division, and now decon underscore x2t here into the time domain, that can be obtained by inverse Laplace transformation. So I Laplace is the command, and the above variable decon underscore x2s can be provided as input, so that we can get the time domain version here. Now we can have the display here. In the display we can write the string as the signal x2 of t obtained by deconvolution. And the display will be with the help of simplify, and the input is decon underscore x2t here. So this is the MATLAB script we have generated for the two tasks. Now we can save it. Here I can mention program 1_12 here. .m will be the file extension. So after saving this particular script, we can run this program. So as into the script, here we have obtained the deconvolution by having the transformed version of the convolution divided by the transformed version of the signal here. So for the deconvolved version of the first signal, we have to divide it by x2 here, and for the second signal we have to divide it by x first here. Now we can run this particular program here. We run this, and here onto the command prompt we have obtained the result here. So the convolution of x1 of t and x2 of t here we have obtained, that is provided here, that is having t cube in multiplication to t minus 4, and the complete one is divided by 12, whereas the signal x1 of t is obtained as t into t minus 2. So it will give us the t square minus twice t here, whereas the second signal x2 of t is equal to t here. We get back to the problem statement. So this was t square minus 2t, the first signal, and x2 of t, it was t here. So the task is here completed to deconvolve from the output of convolution for extraction of the original signals here. Now, as in this video we have taken the help of Laplace transformation for performing convolution and deconvolution operation, in the similar fashion we can also take the help of another transformation from signal theory. The transformation is named as Z transformation. So that MATLAB demonstration we shall continue into the next lecture. Thank you.